Right guys, so it's Wednesday afternoon, so didn't really get a morning dispatch done, unfortunately. Been out hauling cars again. Well, one car, one Range Rover. Been on fire. Weird. But anyway, we got 5 to get through. So first one up, first one that sold was a Black & Decker jet wash. This one, the pipe leaks. Just needs a new seal, but either way, 30 quid. Down for 34.99 was the original asking, so took an offer. This one sat for a while, but with summer, I'm guessing people are back out of the bars. It's a Deluxe mini bar. All it is like you put 4 spirits in it. Else than that, put 4 spirits in it, dispenses them. Pretty good. That went for £17.99. £70. Set of golf clubs again. A few random ones in there, but £70, £70. Not going to complain. £14.99. We got 10 Power Ranger figures. I'm not gonna pull them all out, but yeah, you get the idea. They're vintage to modern. Some of the earlier ones, some of the newer ones. I've got loads of them at a car boot and just mix and match them. And then some cowgirl boots. Now these are Western girl leather cowgirl boots, or cowboy. I think they're cowboy style, even though they're female, so for a cowgirl. Either way, they're size 7, so quite large for a woman, I believe. And they went for £30. So, right then guys, so Thursday sales. Just put them in the camera. Anyway, just the one that we're going to go through. It's a sat-nav. Everybody says they're dead. Sat-nav PAL or something like that. It's for trucks, wagons and trailers. I went for 30 quid. It's not a very good one. If I say not a very good one, it probably does the job perfectly. Just not a very desirable one, we should say. Hence why it's 30 quid, not 300. But good morning. Friday. Got a couple of sales to get through. Not that many to be fair, but actually some good ones. Here's a brand. I've passed on these. I didn't think they were worth money. Fire Trap. I remember them being a cheap Sports Direct brand. I thought they were worth money. I mean, this is vintage leather anyway. It's a size extra small. I never thought I'd go anywhere. But vintage Fire Trap leather is worth money apparently, so I thought we'd stick it on. We aimed for 35. Offer came for at 25, so we took it. Here's another random brand as well. This ain't one I heard of. This is Vertronics or something. Oh, they're Hoovers. Wasn't really sure about it, so I just parted it. But this was part of the main motor body. I always, well, yeah, I pretty much always sell it together on the handhelds. A message come through for somebody in London. No, they're in London because guess what? It's sold. Asking if I'd sell them just that bit. So I was like, well, yeah. How much would you offer? And they said, well, how much do you want? I said, well, the whole thing's 25, so I'll do 15. They just went, yeah. I wouldn't have gone any lower, like, but it seems a little bit weird. There's another one, like, I feel like a lot of the stuff we've sold, people have just messaged on. It's a Tamron AF80 210 millimeter lens. There's a cap for it. The whole thing is in there, as you can see. Yeah, another message came through. Will this fit this camera? I'm new to photography. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Google any form of camera. I think it was a Canon D100. If you want to do that one, do that one. With an AF80 lens to see if it fits. Trying to find all of that stuff on the chart, unless you know your cameras and stuff, because there's all sorts of charts everywhere from them, from Canon, from Nikon, from whoever. It's a nightmare. We did finally work out that it does, but I have said to them, look, this is not simple for me. I'm not a photographer. I don't do cameras. I just buy and sell. That's what I do for a living. I've gone through Google, says it's all going to fit. I've put time, I've put effort in. I've tried my best to get that information for you. Here's how I've worked it out. If you want to give it a go before you buy, give it a go. I've said to him as well, if it doesn't, don't worry. You got up to 30 days to send it back from day of delivery. So hopefully he gets it tested and sorted within the 30 days. Because people outside their delivery days are the worst, most annoying people. Pair of Regatta great outdoor sandals. Honestly, sandals and flip-flops I never thought would sell, but they be selling. And they went for 13 quid, down for 14.99. What are you going to do? It is what it is. £68? Oh no, sorry, these ones are 60. Now you know what the next one is. So these are 60. 4 rounded set of golf clubs. Don't think there's much special than that. Nice, decent little bag to be fair. Got its stand and everything. Then there's this one. This one went for slightly more. £68. These all come with their balls and stuff. That's probably the reason why I got an extra £8 and with a trolley. Golfers like the trolleys. And then my last one, well, it's not my last one, I had another one come through today, but it's after the dispatch window, so you can go tomorrow or after the weekend. These Adidas, I think they're Gazelle, 2 seconds, Adidas Gazelle trainers. Yeah, they're not a brand I have a great deal of luck with, your typical Adidas, Nike. I don't really have that much luck consistently. For the amount of it I've purchased anyway, I don't tend to have much luck. They've gone really well. They've gone for £31.49, so that's not bad. Now I could do with a really good weekend of it, but to be fair, compared to last week, we're actually doing quite well, which is what I aim for, to beat that week, because that week was tragic. Morning, right, so Saturday morning. So quickly going to run through Friday sales. So a few good ones, a few not so great ones. Here's one. So in there is a little Domino's badge from Domino's Pizza. I said badge, it's actually a key ring. That went for £4.99, but I did also get some postage on that. I think £1.99. It only goes as a small letter. I got loads of them. I got a while ago, like when I first started, an absolute ton of Domino's badges, and they flew out at £4.99 with postage. So then I got a load of key rings and badges for them, and this time they've sort of stacked there. They haven't gone very well. I'm gonna have to relist them, but that's when I get round to them. But yeah, they've gone. They're doing all right for me. They're doing all right. Then we got Vax Blade 2 Max. Main motor body, all works. That went for 19. Not the most desirable motor body, but it is what it is. This is actually the second time I've sold this, but the first time they cancelled. Apparently they actually sold the exact one and didn't want to buy it, which I found weird. But anyway, it's a Heritage Farm, as in F-A-L, not farm. That went for £19.99, so not too bad. It was going to get ripped off, but then it hadn't been on for long enough, so we left it on. Pair of right-handed golf clubs. Actually a really good bag with that one. It's only Slazenger, but the style of it, it's small, lightweight. It's got all the straps you want, the modern ones. And it's just a good sturdy bag all round. Clubs are alright in it. That went for £74.99. Obviously the bag on that one is probably the best thing. I mean, you got a nice hippo putter in it, so two positive things, but here's what it is. You got a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 dance mat. I actually had two of these, one in box, one out of box, and it's the one that's out of box that sold oddly. £20, so not too bad. 20 quid. It was up for 24, but somebody put an offer in. And then we got a Friends, if you remember the series, double bed set. It's got pillowcase, duvet cover, and that went for £14.99. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Not so then Saturday sales, and we're in a bit of a rush because if anybody knows, I'm terrible in mornings. And I got up around 40 minutes later than what I wanted to, and I'm going to get a load of vacuums again and jet washers. It's actually early, it's 2 weeks early, but he's going on holiday, so he wanted to unload a bit so that some work can be done. So I said, yeah, no problem, I'll come up today. Timing was a little bit awkward. It's amazing because I'll get up in the morning for a car boot, absolutely no problem. Get up in the morning for anything else, absolute nightmare of a human being. But anyway, on with sales for you for the weekend. So this covers Monday morning, Saturday evening, and Sunday. So some not bad ones. So we sold that. That, I don't know if you all can see it, is a TaylorMade R7 driver. Interesting one. Sold for $49.99. I was really interested about it. Well, I found it interesting anyway. There's another one. I sold two of them. Go figure. Same price, two different buyers. Never had that done That's a damn quickfire carbon fibre fishing rod. That went for $34.99. It is a surprising one given the way the weather's been. Oh, it's not at the bottom. Oh well, I'll quickly get it. I got it. It's a skeleton hoodie. But given how good the weather's been, I'm very surprised that that sold. But you know what it did? Went on an offer. It was like $13.49. We only had over $14.99. It's only like a pro market thing, but we got it from, if you see in one of the auctions, the girls bring her stuff in and we pay a little bit more. But that's the first one that sold. We've only listed 2 or 3 of them so far. You can see one there from in the back, but here's what it is. Gundam model kit. That's a GAT XO X105 fighter, 711 limited colour. It's actually really cool, to be fair. Slight damage to the box, so we took an offer. We got $24.99. That will have cost me. Originally, they were down at around $4.75. Obviously, I picked up a damaged one. I think for the damage, I would have been about 15% off. But I don't know. Don't know exactly. But it's not a bad sort of amount to be at, really. Common Gills, older one, but still, Ghost box, got everything with it, all working. That went for 14 quid. I will have paid 3 quid at a car boot. Not 100% sure where that one came from, if I'm honest, but I know what I pay for them, and it's 3 quid or less, even with the box. Shark piece, handle and piping, $14.99. Not the most desirable one, didn't even fly out. Normally these things fly out for really good money, but it went. That's the important thing. It went, it sold, it's gone. This was slightly better. Another shark piece, another model. That one went for $24.99. That's where I say it's all in the model numbers when it comes to stuff like that. Those pipes are basically exactly the same. They look the same, they're near enough the same colours. The only thing is they operate different models. It's in the models. I listed one the other day and the power nozzle, $44.99. This is what they've sold for. This is what I'm listing it at. You know, $44.99 for the power nozzle, $34.99 for the main body, but the pipe was worth $5.99. No, the pipes. The one was worth $5.99, so I just got rid of that. So I'm not wasting my time with that. And that it was only 14. So this is the oddest thing ever. This was a good pickup. Betty Boop sign. Please no smoking. I paid £2 for that in a charity shop. It sold for 20 the day of listing. Offer came through. I probably could have held out, but those signs are one of those things that it's not a mass market appeal. So when the offer came through, I just went, you know what? Let's take that. Let's get it gone. Here's one. I've sat on this for a long time. Long time. It's a Winmove dartboard. I've actually got 3 of them. 2 out of box and 1 in. And like I say, I've sat on them for a while, but that went for $34.99 in the end. And the 2 last ones is we've got an Abu Garcia fly fishing rod. Now I've had that one a while as well. That got ripped and then re-added back on. That sold for $29. Originally we had that up for $69.99. But then when we took it down after it had been sat for over 200 days, I rechecked the market and the prices have gone down. Now we did have it up at $39.99, but then the offer came through for $29. It had been listed at that point for about 2 to 3 weeks. So I went, you know what, let's get it gone. I've had that for a very long time, but it only cost me £3.50. So it's a good margin, it's good to get it gone, but it's not quite what I could have potentially seen. This is where I say to people, it is a very good idea when you buy stuff to list stuff then and there, because what happens is values go up, values go down. Now what I will say is, if that value had gone up and all of a sudden those fishing rods had been worth £150 to £200, $69.99, that would have sold. However, I also had a shot, like with this damn quickfire, at selling it at asking. Now we did have a quick look for this a little bit. Those rods have gone up in value, so they're now worth slightly more than when I listed. I went top end, now there's more listed higher and some sold higher. So mine started to look more like a bargain, hence why it probably sold. So if you sit on your items in a death pile for months, years, whatever, when you buy it, you might go, oh yeah, I spent 20 quid, it's worth 100. By the time you come around to listing it, and this is especially if you get into a lot of things like electronics, laptops, phones, whatever, you might have something that's worth £200, £300, £400. By the time you get around to selling it 2 years later, it's worth 50 quid or less. So you might end up losing money. So, you know, it's always worth getting those items listed quicker. We've got a really good turnaround time on our stuff. We've got a minute death pile. We've got a fair few options if we start running out. But anyway, I'm take the mic here. So anyway, last one. That was almost these in a while either. It's a Melee cat and dog Hoover. Complete spares and repairs. Doesn't start. Doesn't really work properly. It's missing a wheel. It's a bit tattered all around the board, if I'm honest. But it went for $34.99. And the interesting bit is we actually had a message of somebody on that 2 weeks ago saying, does this work? Is it fully functional? And I was like, it says spares in the title, the description says faulty, does not work, missing parts, please check pictures. No, it doesn't work. Odd what people are odd. Anyway, right then guys, so Tuesday morning, last of the sales for the week. Not a bad week compared to last week, not as good as what we're used to, but at the end of the day, it's kind of the wrong time of year for us really. Anyway, so we got Melissa plus Saldina's sandals with their box. They went for 15, not bad. We've got a 176 Airfix Churchill bridge layer model. That went for $18.99, but I had a 10% offer on it, so I think it was like, can't remember, 16, something like that. I'm gonna bugger these up with the price, I think. No wait, oh, I got this. So full right-handed golf set, that one went for $79.99. Another full-handed golf set. The clubs in this one ain't as good, but the bag is technically better, but it is missing one of its handles and covers. The original one's missing a cover. But anyway, that one went for 50. First one went for $79.99, as I say. The last one's not the most sales, but not bad. This only Saturday. I listed it, so they're listing. That's a Titan wet and dry vacuum. 25 quid. Now, to be fair, make sure you go in the video. To be fair, probably could have squeezed a bit more out of that one, but it is what it is. So, late with the numbers again, so late with the upload, but we'll get it done. So the sales for this week, or on this video anyway, we did a total sales of £1,114.78. The cost of that stock to us was £181.75. eBay fees came in at £164.30. We paid ad fees at £14.67, and we paid delivery fees at £224.40, which then leaves us with a total profit of £529.66. Now I say total profit, I say it on every video, but every video may be somebody's first video, so that's just based on those fees. There's other fees, there's fuel, there's depreciation on stock, there's, you know, the total amount I spent on that. Guess what? I bought more stock. I didn't have 100% sell-through rate. I very, very rarely have 100% sell-through rate. So there was more stock acquisition fees and things like that. So that's a very, very basic profit margin, and it's not 100% true to life. But a lot of the other fees, like my wages as an example, that's not a great impact on that. So pretty true. But anyway guys, if you like what you've seen, like and subscribe. We do also get out to auctions, car boots and all that, and we do get out and we do show you guys where we pick it up and everything we do. At the minute we're not buying a great deal of stocks. We're going on holiday. My spare room is absolutely rammed with stock. I don't need a lot, and we're ripping through all of this and relisting a lot of it. In a way some people do it is they just take it down, sell similar, put it back. I'm just completely redoing it. I'm taking it from here, putting it to the spare room, and then taking it out as if I just bought it that week and redoing it. And a lot of the stock I've sold, especially things like golf clubs, we did that with like 15 sets of them. We've sold 9 of them. We've got 6 left, and 4 of those haven't even hit eBay yet. They're sat in my drafts waiting to go onto eBay. So it does work. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments.